So, welcome to more Factorio, Deathworld Speedrun, Marathon, Spidertron, percent, etc, etc, etc. Last time we put a wall down there, we set up a second Coverx thing. That's all going kind of nicely. This is still a bit of a concern. I need to address this immediately, but given that both these two walls are stable, I mean still blinking because they don't have all the stuff they need, but whatever, and Oevo is currently on 0.88. It didn't raise at all last night, so I decided that we're going to do the Coal Liquefaction before we actually build the last wall. So we've got some things set up to make various bits and pieces, and they need, things. Do they also need cogs? They also probably need cogs. Yeah, so that probably wants to be cogs. Let's prod mod the cogs. So they're just going to go and make a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be fine. Oh, stone bricks. I actually wanted to make 18 refineries for reasons. So let's get a bunch more of that, and a bunch more of that, and I need like another stack of bricks. Probably some more steel as well. Let's see how much steel we can get. We can make up a lot of steel. Haven't really thought about how much these guys need, but it'll be fine. This one, let's give it some more, because we'll need some more pipes for that as well. So while all that's ticking over, the next plan is to get, actually I need some of these guys for this. I want to get this oil that's currently just sitting here onto some trains where we can put it in useful places. And all these bots are coming back. Yeah, I realized at the end of the last episode that the reason why the bots didn't help me make the centrifuges is because when I tried to put the bots in one of these rubber ports, I walked into... Are you going to get built now? Maybe, whatever. I walked into a range of things I was trying to deconstruct, and so my bots did that, and then followed me the rest of the way across the map. But anyway, never mind. Let's put some of this stuff on a train. How are we getting it up there? I guess we're just going straight up that way, aren't we? We've got a bunch of stuff there that doesn't look like it needs to exist there anymore, so let's turn off the house bots and do that. What is that for? Oh, that's for the coal for the explosives, isn't it? That is no longer getting explosives that way, and I've got coal on me, so I guess I can just do, that temporary hack of a setup can last a bit longer. Do I actually need landmines anymore? I don't actually think I need any landmines anymore. I think with behemoths out, that stack will be enough to deal with, and that's all. Yeah, so I was getting this stuff here. Over to a place that I need my bots on for this. How many bots do I have? I don't have many bots now. I'm kind of also okay with that. It's fine. Bots are also still slow. And the plan for this heavy oil is actually... I guess we're going this... Yeah, this isn't a pipe that's going to be here very long, so I don't mind doing terrible things to it. Because this tank here that has like nothing going on with it, we don't actually want either of those. Do we want? We don't actually want. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Do I have? Let's put a train there. Let's put fluid wagons. Do I have? Yeah, I made some of those. And so the plan is we'll fill this train up with oil, we'll then be able to take this to where we're making the coal liquefaction stuff to kick that off. Then we didn't actually put any pumps on any of those, so we can just why are these not? I guess it's just, is it just prioritizing this one? It will fill up the other way, whatever. Sure, it's going to do a thing. It'll be fine. Because after we've filled, yeah, okay, there we go. It's just the pump was taking everything. So after we've filled all of that up, which we've already got enough to kick off that entire system, which means I'm happy turning these guys back on. I still got some red chips, still got some blue chips. Did I have any other blue chips sitting around over there that I can turn into? I do. Do I have any other red chips? I do. Not many, but enough for a couple more. Enough for a couple more upgraded prod mods. I'm going to need all of those because I'm going to be mining. I'm going to need a bunch of those as well. Probably will need speed mods at some point, but you know, that'll be fine. Yeah, you want red chips, blue chips, bunch of prod mods. Go upgrade me some prod mods. You've run out of green chips and you've made not enough things, and you also need cogs, but do you have enough? You have enough. Don't really have enough pipes, so let's just go bleh and bleh and go. You guys can have a lot of iron and some green chips, and I will find more green chips from. Did I put boxes over here? I did. Sure, make a lot of chem plants. I'm gonna need a lot of chem plants. How many have you made now? A couple of stacks. Let's just convert more of this iron that's not actually doing anything into underground pipes, because we need a lot of underground pipes for that to work. Do I have more steel than I need? Probably. You guys can have that. Places to put steel. You're already full. Okay, you guys can, you know, sure, whatever. Okay. I don't actually need any of those. I need a lot of train stuff. I think I've still got bits of copper. I will need probably more circuit conditions. I'll need offshore pumps and things like that, of which I currently have enough. I have 17 miners. I'm going to need more miners. This is also stuff I could have done, you know, earlier. I think I want like maybe 4 belts of stuff to start with. I will in fact need, I won't because it's mostly fluid stuff, enough pipes, enough tanks. I'm going to need a bunch more landmines because you've got to go visit the other thing as well. But I think for the moment, yeah, because this is still, that's still a hole that I need to address. How many bots do I have? 10 bots. Didn't I have? I still only had 1 personal rubber port. Fine. Are there those useful? I'll have those. I actually need. This plan actually involves me having boilers as well, which is interesting. So let's go and find some of these in the trash boxes. Because we've got to do a coal liquefaction thing. I've only got 1 engine left now. And I kind of want all these guys to finish doing what they're doing. That's more refineries than I needed, probably, but not actually by much. So sure, is that, that's, yeah. I don't need that many chem plants. What I actually wanted was, okay, I wanted those modules back, because I don't know whether or not, yeah, I haven't. I really want all that purple science to be whatever good grade of modules I have as well. Of which I now have 16 of these things, so that's nice. Okay, so upgraded that slightly. Yeah, I still need to build an actual decent modules facility, haven't done that yet. Okay. I need, as it turns out, need more engines. Got a bit of steel. I'm going to need more fluid wagons, more locomotives, because we've got a bunch of stuff to move around the place. Steel is a thing I can anticipate needing. Yeah, that's pretty healthy, isn't it? Pretty happy with that. Oh yeah, and I still have to do the other 2 reactors at some point, but don't need to worry about that yet. Things I needed: steel. Second one of those, that's 2. I do actually want 2 more, and now I'm down on gears. Okay. So I spent a bunch of time faffing around with this stuff. Should probably just go mine a bunch of coal. I think that's the thing we're going to go do. That there. Okay, so let's drive over here. I mean, there's also a bunch of this stuff to tidy up that I probably don't need now. Yeah, the main thing I'm concerned about is seeing pollution disappear in like a square over here, which would mean that these guys had expanded again. That would be a problem. But overall, Covrix is still just getting on doing its thing. So they've got 40 in each, and then another. Yeah, so I've got like a decent amount now. Anyway. Oh, I didn't bring. I should have brought more robots. I don't want to be setting this up myself. Okay, fine. We're also going to decommission this. That's got none left anyway. So it turns out we still needed to go back to the base because we wanted to go to. Is there a train? Yeah, I put a train there. Okay, fine. I should have picked those 2 things up, it would have been faster, never mind. Let's also rename these while we're here. This is going to be the... we're eventually going to put gas in that. And then the one back here, we're eventually going to put petrogas in that as well. Inventory full. Good times. What don't I want? I probably should have put these things in the other... Actually, that's a good point. I can put a lot of the stuff in this train over here because I'm calling it to me later, except that it's actually already done. Lots of speed modules. Landmines don't need. I still have a lot of red bullets. I don't need that many red bullets. Okay, let's put these guys down here. So our purple science is getting better. Okay, so that's a thing that I'm happy about. I'm not actually making robots. Okay. This is a problem I can still solve with, you know, of course, handcrafting. Okay, so that's all of them that I have, and you guys can have the rest because I don't want them. Oh yeah, red ammo I was going to get rid of because I don't have that much of use for it. Because I'm not imagining turret pushing. So I imagine I'm going to have to turret push at some point because I've forgotten about it. The research happened. What else do we want? We got Prod Mod 3's worker robot cargo size. Reprocessing. I mean, all these things are useful. We'll just keep going through the useful things. Okay. So I got the bots. There was something else I was talking about needing. I might need more rubber ports. You know, I was just over there. Could have done that better. Let's get a couple more rubber ports. You know, as in a whole stack of rubber ports. Yeah, this is... You probably all... Oh, you're not. I can get rid of that. That's a good time. So the light oil is pretty much done, which is cool. Let's go to this station. And then we've got to figure out... I mean, I say figure out. It's going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to... We've also got a bunch of these to recover. No mineable resources. I was wondering if I had enough efficiency modules for this, and the answer is I'm running down a lot of these things and don't actually need them anyway. Actually, there's another one there as well. And then probably this iron has a bunch. This is also a thing I might do later, because it's going to look like this and not be so interesting for quite a while. Anyway, we can get those back, which will free up the efficiency modules I needed. In this case, I mean, I'd have to stitch another belt in there, so that was going to be a bit of a shame. These guys have all got the rubber ports, so they can just go and pick these things up, which is nice, and then I can go and get them later. But the real... Oh wait, that's right. The reason I was over there is I wanted to grab like one of these lanes of miners, and I don't want to use my things for this. I just go like... You know, let's just mine a bunch of coal. We're probably going to want some of these things like so. Hopefully I have... Yeah, I do have a logistics box, fine. Okay. Have some robots. Here I didn't bring any belt. Did I? Well, the other thing that I wanted was yeah, I didn't bring any belt. I kind of need a belt. This guy needs to come over here. But I think I can kind of deal with that later. I can still figure out the rest of how all of this is going to fit together once I've got the other bits. I need to bring water over, and I'm probably just going to build it right here and go down. Is that true? That's kind of true, but the first thing I'm going to do is remember that here's my train with all the stuff. Yeah, the nuclear fuel trains can just sit there for a while. Remember that these minefields actually got a little bit breached, and what we really want to do is go put all the mines back, because that's actually kind of important. And we'll put some extra mines in the spot where they seem to like going back to. Okay, so hopefully that tides us over until we've got the coal liquefaction set up and are producing gas at a decent rate, so the research is happening, and also yeah, oh wait, I did want these. Did I pick up cores? I did pick up cores, okay. And some of these, in fact, probably just all of this stuff. Yeah, we'll come back for that later. Not you guys, because I've got these things who want to be doing things for me. Okay, so mining a lot of coal, and then over here we need to figure out, and I say figure out, I've already got like a kind of a plan that I like for... Actually, I'm just going to leave that train there. I'll see the other thing here, and the only thing that's blocking is that nuclear fuel, which we already know is fine. Yeah, kind of a plan for how I like to set up refineries when I want to beacon them, and basically how it works. How do I want to lay this out? So it's going to be coal liquefaction. We have the kind of standard thing like this for some of them. Does it go? Yeah, whereas then the gas kicks out in an orthogonal way. Actually, I think I do want that going the other way, because this means I can... Okay. No, I want it the other way around, don't I? Yep, this... that one wants to be low and this one wants to be high. How did I... Because I had a way of hooking this around the corner. Maybe they were always 2 apart. Actually, I do need them to be 2 apart because I've got to figure out how to get the coal in there as well. Okay, so that's fine. In that case, I probably do want to do the way around I already... Actually, it doesn't matter. Beacons will fit in there anyway, because this allows me to tile it in 2 directions and still have everything connected, and still also have everything like highly beaconable, so that's cool. The thing I'm wondering about is, like, I'd really probably rather have them facing this way for reasons. So let's go, and I think I want a 3x6 block of these. And the coal is coming through here, so let's go. And then this should be, that should be 18 of these guys in total, it is. Okay, this should be quite a lot of gas for quite a while. I also need to get... I need to put a lot more effort into... I should have power poled those first, never mind. Yeah, have not thought about how the intersection fits into that at all either, which is also a thing, and the nuclear train is sitting there waiting to do whatever. In fact, let's just pick this train up. It does not need to be there at this point. And I'm probably going to shoehorn everything off of this anyway, so you can have most of those. And I'll have a couple of these and you can have all those, and then all this stuff. Let's keep a couple because that will be useful to me. Yeah, because I've got... Do I want them tiled that way or do I want them tiled the other way? Because I could also put them over here, which I think would actually be better for reasons. Getting stuck on things is cool. So it's another of these guys over here. I'm sorry. Go there. Do that thing. So the first thing we need to do actually is the gas. If there's a gases coming out that side, then that means that like this loop here that'll be where one of the main gas lines comes up. Okay. The other thing that was important, and the reason why we got all of these things, is we need something like that. And then it's a close one, isn't it? So that's all of that, and then I can also have one of these here. Let's also actually power pole these guys. There's a power pole. Yeah, that looks good. Seems like a decent place to do that, and now I just, you know, paste all of this back over here and have all these guys make all the power poles. Except they won't connect because I actually need more than that. It's fine. We'll just do that. These things, oh, they're only actually connected because of the rubber port on the other side. Okay, sure. Yeah, because we want to get the oil into these tanks, which runs off this pipe. That's not the right place. Okay, fine. We'll have that one. Okay. So we've got the oil. We need... Did I not put noises of disappointment? So why is this not connecting? You've got... Oh, okay, because I did that. Sure. Those aren't going to stay long anyway. I just want to get it all into these tanks. Then I have to have a way of moving all of that coal. And I think for this I am just going to go back to the base and pick up. Like, I don't need this train here anymore. I'm just going to go back and get the belt and just go, that took so long. Sigh. Still 0.88, okay, so we're still at 8.8. The mine walls, for the moment, are holding. That's kind of fine. Okay, because the thing we want to do is figure out how... Oh yeah, let's have one of those like there. We had a variety of things we wanted, didn't we? We mostly wanted belt, which at this point is over here. Give me a bunch of that belt. Is that going to be... I mean, there's a whole mess of stuff in here, but, you know, sure. Do I want to visit... Let's actually quickly visit these other spots that have, like, another... Do you know they've got some miners and modules that we want? So we're going to have them. Give the miners and the modules. Because I don't think we quite built enough on the coal, but, you know, that's fine. Many things are fine. Is the base still slowly turning stuff over? Yeah, it kind of is. Sure. Decent amount of... Oh, we're low on steel. We're not actually low on steel. We're quite happily blasting steel. That's the thing that I could turn off and not be polluting as much. Where is this guy's logistics box? It's up here, isn't it? these, and I guess I'll also have the fish, thanks. You don't need landmines either. Okay, so let's go and get a bit more of this thing built. So the way we've set this up, we've got these tanks which will pump into the light oil cracking if I have a surplus of light oil. And then I also want to set that up some of these, lots of that. Yeah, let's start this by doing a, not entirely traditional 4-lane mix. There we go. That's a 4-lane mix. Okay, one more. Okay, just play on the rail tracks, it'll be fine. These trains don't go often anyway. So I'm mining a lot of coal. How many is that? 78. That's not going to be enough to fill it, but that's fine. Okay. Can I actually put... I might need to mine more than this. I might need to... That's also a thing I'm going to deal with later. Okay. Because we've got to have steam going in somewhere. So we need steam going in somewhere. We need the light oil coming out somewhere. We want something like this that says if heavy oil is greater than, I don't know, 10,000. Because we need it as an input and as an output. We've got the gas. These two should be empty now. Yeah, so I can clear those and repurpose that for gas. I think the other thing I've got to do though is, like, this is also going to be the source of the light oil that we're going to use for the flamethrowers because it does more damage. But a thing I wanted was actually this rail spine to continue this way. Which I'm probably going to have to... I'm pretty sure it connects all... Oh no, this is actually the only connection to that copper. Okay, fine. I don't care about that yet anyway. And I'm going to need an intersection here of some kind. Somewhere for... Actually, I'm going to need an intersection here for... So I'm going to need an intersection here that will connect to these guys. And then I'm going to need an intersection further down that will connect to this stuff, but I also want to get the rest of the setup first. Yeah, so the pattern we're going to use for cracking is going to be something like a gap of one there. Then if we do this, we can offset these ones like so. But a little bit further apart than that because we want to be able to beacon them. So now we can fit beacons in here and we can have power poles like in these spots. Yeah. which is not great, but sure, we might actually just use these ones. Except it's also not going to reach the other side. Okay, we're going to do this in an ugly way. It's going to be fine. Except we can't, yeah, we can't do it on both sides because we can do that. That'll work. It'll be fine. Because now we can tile this for as much as we need. Figure out where that's going to go. I think I might have, yeah, heavy cracking here, light cracking over here. Or just heavy cracking here, a train station that puts lights on trains to go to flamethrowers here, and then gas cracking over here. I think we can do that better. Yeah, so all of this can go like, I don't know, here? Sure. It goes into, why would I? Let's just do that. Yeah, that is actually a maximum extension. That's fine. Okay. Then these guys can have a pattern like this. And we've got a lot of light oil coming out. The light oil is also going to end up. Can I, if I move it by 1, that's actually kind of a much better idea. Let's get rid of all of this. We'll run all that the way across there, and then we'll go move all of that up by 1. And then this light oil still doesn't connect because I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, fine. In that case, we move it all up by 1 more. And that's how that works. That's only just in the right place, but it'll work. And then for these ones, we can do the kind of normal thing like that. Yeah, and then somewhere we want a tank, so let's put a tank here, and we want to do the same thing that says if this pumps with light oil of more than 10,000, I don't actually need to leave reserve there, but this one will prioritize because we'll feed a train station down here. And the other thing is going to prioritize, like I need to put steam in here somewhere as well. And I may as well make steam, like I may as well do this with light oil fed boilers. Sure. Need more belt. What is the ratios? Is that 1 chem plant ends up feeding 2 boilers, nearly. And then I think I needed 6 boilers to keep all of these doing it at max, at like a normal rate. These guys want to be solid fuel. I still need to get a lot of water in here. Let's actually go and do that as the next thing. Because we're close to are we close to turning on and seeing it work? Kind of, not really. Let's do a thing where we go. Yeah, we'll just run across the tracks, it'll be fine. I need some of this. I think you still have belt. You do in fact still have belt. You've got a lot of efficiency modules, that's nice. I'll be able to extend something later. Oh, that's okay. All of these guys have run out of acid. That's fine. This is the last of the nuclear fuel that I'm actually mining. That's completely okay. do a prioritizing thing. Do I want to do it there? I probably don't. I probably want to, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Because I think the pattern I want to do, does this work? Does it give me enough space? No, it needs to be over by one more. Can I just... no, because there's no way. This is still the place where... actually, this only even needs to be a yellow belt, I think. That's kind of ugly. We're gonna go for it. Did I need to do that? Probably not, because this one could feed in. Like, this one doesn't need to be here at all, actually. Yeah, that doesn't need to be. I can feed... yeah, that's like still hideous, but what I'm gonna do, yeah, because now all of these guys have access to, they don't actually because it doesn't connect, but that can be my little template that will consume, other than the rubber board that's in the way. And like the power poles that in one case were in, that were necessarily in the wrong spot, as it turns out. Sure. Okay. This is going to be a coal liquefaction setup that will use a bunch of stuff. It'll be fine. Because now, if I have two belts that come in like this, that pattern goes there, and I can also just line that kind of stuff up. Okay, fine. Yeah, so they've got all the things they need. I don't actually have... I don't have the underground zombie, but that's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, I said I was going to get water in, and then did not. And there's nothing else on this bit of train track yet, so I don't care. Water's just over here. Can I tidy this up with a little bit of... do I have landfill? No. Okay, in that case, these guys going wherever I can fit them, which looks like it's going to be like here. Not sure how many of these I need. It'll be fine. What I will need though is a lot more of the bendy pipes. And by bendy pipes I mean the underground pipes, and I don't have any of them yet, so pretty sure they're all still in this box, or maybe the other box. Yeah, the other box is over there. And there's my other car, sure. I only have 15 of them left. Okay, I will need more than that. I'll need that for the rocket at some point later. The one that's actually going to determine these, if I'm lining these up properly, is this one. There are actually better ways to do this, aren't there? Because each of these pipes is perfectly happy to transit more than one pump's worth of water. If I set that up slightly differently, if I do like that, then I can have 3 pipes. I mean, I still need a lot of the steam. Okay, so we might leave it there for a bit because there's a bunch of boring going back to base, picking stuff up things to do. But we've got kind of the framework of a decent amount of coal liquefaction, which will hopefully solve most of our gas problems for a while. And that board is still kind of intact, and we're still on 0.88. So yeah, we're gonna hope that will all get set up beforehand before we start seeing behemoths and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,